is it okay if we spy single people in the church? Because sometimes they're like, and yes, I'll be they to be or church, but it's a go for man away. So I was asking if is it okay for single people to look, try to find their potentials in church, or is a sin?
It isn't a sin.
Okay.
Church is one of the places you can meet people.
Okay.
So it depends what you want. But we mostly advise you marry from the church because maybe those people might have been cultured. They might have been trained.
Okay.
You look at the fruits of the spirit, for example. It says that love, all the things that you see about the fruits, for example, they are there for human to human relationships.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tales and Virtues podcast with your girl Genevieve. Yes, today we're going to talk about a very important topic, and this topic in Ebromeso. Yes, but today, one thing I like about today's episode is that we're going to learn whether you've been there, you're about to be there, or you're already there, or you are going there, or something. At the end of the day, we will all learn something somehow. But we can't do this on our own, and we have a very important person in the studio. But before I do all this, let's just show our sponsors some appreciation. What I say? All right, so today we have Lady G Cosmetics, yes, sponsoring our show. As you all know, so skin please make sure you get Lady G Cosmetics for your children. Skin and invest on your children's skin. No, because see abontain na ne color yefa ye ka se ne maame and ne papa na ma ne color yefa in munyam na account. What I say. So please make sure you call Lady G Cosmetics. The number is on your screen. They will deliver to you. They sell, and we have retailers everywhere. Just call the number and you get the product. Trust me, you will come back because the product is very, very good. Okay. Now, the second sponsor is Frida's Fragrance. As I told you before, you see that thing? Because Frida's Fragrance gave me something so special on me, and she will do the same for you. Just make sure you call Frida's Fragrance. She will give you an amazing perfume for yourself. You don't know what to choose. Just tell her or personality. Yes, one time there is this an Italian man I know. I don't also dealing in perfumes. Say, we do any tasty then. Well, not or they are picking on the amount of perfume nafa. She does the same thing. Okay, so just call Frida's Fragrance. She will give you amazing perfume for you to, smell good when you're just call Frida's Fragrance. Why? All right. So today we're gonna talk about everything marriage and divorce. Okay. Me, I was almost there. This topic is actually very important to me because I miss you there on my own. I say me myself, but I know so at the end of the day, baby. Okay, all right. So we have a special guest in the building. So first of all, hey, that voice here though. We are Branty Yanka. Oh, Mali Yanka. Wait, that is so wait, yeah, the Piaka. All right, so our special guest is called Reverend Bentil, Eric Bentil. Yes, Reverend Eric Bentil, psychiatrist at Christ Apostolic Church and a counselor, right? Yes. So, Daddy, you are welcome.
Thank you, Jen.
Makasa samano cry me. All right, so Daddy, are you ready for our conversation today?
Yes, I'm ready.
Yes, today we're going to talk about marriage, love, divorce, those things. Sometimes when I get guests, there are certain things they have no idea, so I can't even ask them.
That's okay.
But I believe that today's questions, you'll be able to teach us one or two things. Okay, all right. So are you ready?
Yes, am I?
Okay.
I'm really
all
ready.
right. Okay. So let's start. My first question to you is, what happens if couples there's something like no sex till marriage, especially when you're a Christian.
Okay.
What happens if a couple don't follow that rule and they
okay.
have the sex before marriage? What happens?
Marriage. Okay. So, on the grounds of scripture, the Bible says that I beseech you that you offer your bodies as living sacrifices, holy and acceptable unto God.
Okay.
Which is your service that has some wisdom in it. So what the Lord is trying to say is that he cares about the body. God cares about what we do with our bodies. So he says, offer it. He didn't say offer your spirit.
Say offer
He
your
don't
body.
say offer your soul. He says your body. So in a relationship, God is expecting you to give your body to him. If you can do this, you have the protection of God on your side.
So if you're not able to do it, you don't have.
So if you are not able to do it, for
Yes.
example, you went about doing your own things, and for example, the Bible says that you can maybe come back,
Okay.
regret for what you have done, for
Yeah.
example, and ask him for forgiveness.
Okay.
But there are some situations where you intentionally decide that because there is forgiveness, maybe you go and do it and
You
later
intentionally
come
do
and
and
ask
come
for
back and
forgiveness.
okay.
That's why you soil the forgiveness that you could enjoy.
But some say Bible say Nyankopon de 77.7 and I kind of say
He didn't say he was going to do that for us.
okay.
The question was, how do we do this for our brother?
Okay.
And so he said that if your brother wrongs you, and you do is 7 times 77 times.
That well, I remember one time I intentionally was trying to calculate that. Let me just say, my body am I no,
Nobody can do it. You cannot even
and I
get to
brought so
10
cramp
in a day.
Okay.
It's
a day.
days,
And a day means 77
nobody
points.
can do that.
Then I said 77. We are 10 crowd, but the next year started 77.
Yes, it's every day.
Okay.
He was talking about every day. It's about how graceful the Lord has been to us.
Okay.
God has given us opportunity to use our will. He doesn't impose himself on us. And so it's a decision. You have to decide. Imagine having been going out with guys, sleeping with them and all that, and maybe they don't really get married to you. But this very guy who comes to pay your bride price, respects you so much, goes to see the family, pays the bride price and all that, will not come and meet your virginity, for example. Who took it? Where is it? He cannot ask you questions. So there have been moments that men change their attitudes towards their wives, not because the wife has done anything wrong.
But then the generation is you. I remember I have a friend. She is almost 30 and she's still a virgin. Daddy, say be obinya boy po.
Oh,
Because the men are like, we did a bend and the ever be. Omo penny aye dada.
somebody has read something. Maybe they have watched something.
Okay.
When I married, my wife was a virgin. Immediately after, the rites, everything were performed, we went to the house, we had sex.
Yeah.
She asked me to come and see something. In the washroom, the whole place was blood.
Wow.
It's possible that somebody can do it. At the church service where we went for the Thanksgiving, I said it, that when I went, she was virgin.
Wow. Cameraman,
In the
when was the last
presence of
time
the
who
whole
virgin? Sis, have you seen any virgin around?
People can do this. It's possible.
Oh, wow.
But the Bible is talking about secondary virginity. If
Okay,
you
which one
think
is that?
You have done this and now you have realized that no, you
Okay.
keep the rest of you for that,
Okay. Okay.
handsome guy who is coming into your life. You enter into a secondary virginity where you say no more.
Okay.
The Lord is ready to receive us when we think we have gone quite too far
All right.
and we need him again.
Okay. All right. So let me ask you. Right now, I'm single.
Okay.
Okay. And
Wow.
I as I sit here, I speak for all single
Okay.
young people out there. Some of us go to church. Is it okay if we spy single people in the church? Because sometimes they're like, and yes, I'll be there to be at church, but it's a go for man away. So I was asking if is it okay for single people to look try to find their potentials in church, or it's a sin?
It isn't a sin. Church is one of the places you can meet people.
Okay.
If, let's say, you want to marry a lawyer, you want to marry a doctor, you want to marry a nurse, you want to marry, all the various professions in this world, you have to go to where they are. So it depends what you want. But we mostly advise you marry from the church, because maybe those people might have been cultured. They might have been trained.
Okay.
You look at the fruits of the spirit, for example. It says that love, all the things that you see about the fruits, for example, they are there for human to human relationships. So anybody who has really used the scriptures may know how to live with a woman or a man. And the other challenge we are having is where the people in the church who have been in the church for like 10 years.
Yes.
I was born in Christ Apostolic Church.
Okay.
So if, let's say, I'm 10 years, I've been there for the past 10 years.
Yes.
Now, I've been there with you all these past 10 years. And I know Jane is very respectful. But we, the ones in the church, see ourselves as brothers and sisters. But that guy who is now going to look for a lady from the Roman Catholic Church, I am a Christ Apostolic Church. I'm using Roman, for example.
Yeah.
Very far away from us. That guy or that lady, I don't really know the lady. And this is what the church is getting a challenge, right now. The people should change the way they are thinking.
So it's actually better to even choose from your church.
From the church, because you have been together for the past 10 years.
Okay.
You don't need a prophecy over whether you'll be a good wife or not.
Okay.
The attitudes and behavior, the events you have been having, everything at all that is happening at church, if you really are a good person, it will be showing.
Okay.
At least somebody has studied you for the past 10 years. Somebody can know Jane is a good wife, or she will be a good wife, or Eric will be a good husband.
Yeah.
But if I go and choose somebody from somewhere that I've met for like the past 5 months, how much information do I really have about this person?
Okay. So it's better to
choose somebody you have been there together for so many years.
Wow.
So I feel that the church members might begin to look at it again. After you have been together for quite a long time, you could be good wives or good husbands or good couple. But this new guy who is coming doesn't have the stories for you. All his life experience, you have not been part of it.
Okay. So, Daddy, I like that. Please, just in case from now on you've spotted but they can't do right? They can't do sexual stuff.
Oh, that is not allowed as Christians.
Okay.
Now, I will always encourage. You see, when you have done it before, or you have done with a guy in the church, for example, spiritually you have set your relationship for a puncture.
Oh, okay.
There's a puncture on a relationship. You may not know what is ahead of you.
Okay. So, guys, just in case now you admire a lady and you're single, politely, you can get to know her, you can get to know him. Properly, right? Yes. So now let's get to if a couple want to marry, how long do you think they should go for counseling?
See, actually, on the short-term interval, you could do 6 to 12 weeks.
That's three months.
4 weeks would be 1 month.
1 month.
Okay,
so 3 months maximum.
If it is 6 weeks, it means that 1 month, 2 weeks.
Okay.
Depending on how many days you are doing it. Let's say you are working, you will only have 30 days for counseling, once a week. So in a month, you have done four sessions.
Yeah.
So these 4 sessions, we are saying that you could do 6. If you have a very short term, like somebody you want to marry quickly and then the guy is leaving for UK and all that, you could do this 6 to 12 weeks.
Yeah.
And we have medium term counseling. If you have the time, you could also do 12 weeks to 24 weeks.
Okay.
You could even do 1 year counseling.
Hey. No,
Long term. You see, there are people who might have gone through a lot in life.
Okay.
They just don't need counseling alone. They need to heal out of some of the pain they have gone through in life
before they proceed to marry.
Before they can come and marry you and you'll be happy in it. Because this guy is already hurt inside.
Yeah.
Any little thing you do will bring about another challenge.
Yeah.
It's not as if you are, a problem person, but he himself is hurt in there. So we are saying the person is having unresolved conflict. There have been a situation that has not been properly solved. So some of them, you do a forgiveness therapy for them. And now the pain is gone. It's lifted. Though they remember the issue, whatever, with mother, father, some guys who might have gone through life with them. The pain will be gone, but they can remember the issue anyway.
Okay.
All these things will prolong the service. A lady came for counseling. She was saying that as for her, she would never let any man hold her breast.
Okay.
Is it possible? Why do you think that your husband should never hold your breast? Is your guy aware of this?
Yeah.
No. So you see that if it was not for counseling that this thing is coming out, you could go there and fight.
Over.
The very first night, your battle, I don't know how it was going to look. Why are you thinking, like say, grandmother said, if you allow men to hold your breast, to go down. Where is grandmother? She's dead. So I believe strongly that grandma was trying to let you keep yourself away from men.
Okay.
But not that you never let a man hold your breast. This one, counseling deduced it. And we have to solve the thinking pattern issue. Another person was also thinking about never to let the in-laws come to the house. You are now doing counseling. You have not even married a lady. So what did the in-laws do against you?
Yeah.
Number one, they have accepted you to come and marry their daughter. Is it wrong? So what did the in-law do? So you see that in reality, it is not in-law who has gone wrong against this guy. But people have been saying that in-laws are problematic. And he has also kept it.
Yeah.
So you see that this guy was going to get problems if we had not treated this issue. But when I asked him, has your in-law done anything wrong against you?
No.
He can't remember. So why are you setting yourself up for a problem? You are already going for problem because your thinking pattern is not correct. So if you get a proper professional counseling, all these things will be shown.
But Daddy, what about those there are some couples, they feel like they need to live together before they can marry, just to get to know each other well. Do you think it's advisable?
Actually, I always have been saying that don't just get up and marry anybody. Being together, like sleeping in the same room and having sex and all that, is the thing that I feel the Bible is against.
Okay.
But you must be in a relationship. When I was going to get married, anytime my wife came to my house, she was there with me in the same room. If she was going to be with me for 3 months, she would be in my room for 3 months. How do I know this woman I'm going to live with? Pastor will not know my wife for me. But if you are really going to do the right thing, it's up to you. If you don't do it, it's up to you.
So most of the time, it would have been good if there wouldn't be any sexual stuff going on.
By all means, will be having the feelings for it.
Yeah.
You are humans.
Yeah.
If a guy came to your room, saw everything about you, and he never gets erection, then he has a problem.
Yes, it's true.
He has a problem. So the man who came and is having erection and making advances, it's not as if he's a demon. He's a real human being. That's how all of us will behave.
Okay.
But you, the woman, must let the man know that you are not like this. What is the right for? After all, after marriage, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
Why don't you think that we should honor the Lord with that kind of purity of life, so that we go to the altar and come together? If you want to chew me alive, I'll be here for you to do that.
Okay. All right, Daddy. So let me ask. This day and age, it seems the young people will fight about money a lot. So would you say that, let's just say a couple who wants to get married, but especially the man, as the Bible says, the man must provide and protect. The providing is not providing. Would you advise? Would you advise a lady to still be like, oh, debi or something?
It depends.
Okay.
Yeah, because the finances is part of what you need to make a marriage successful, but it's not all of it.
Okay.
It's not all of it. You can have money and your guy don't care. Actually, we don't eat money. What human beings eat is the caring, the acceptance, the accommodation, the respect, the security we provide for each other. That's what we eat. That's why when somebody is providing these things to you, it's very difficult for you to leave them.
But then they say caring also you and rent.
We will not use, but what it means is that if you have gotten the best,
Okay.
especially that your soul can be rest assured.
Karama, why laughing?
You get the things that can make you happy in life. As for money, we work for them.
Okay.
You can work for money. And mostly you don't have to marry a man from today.
Okay.
Wise women calculate the man they are marrying today from 5 years from now.
Ooh, I like that.
5 years from now. When I look at this guy, I can see that the next 5 years, he could become an MP in this community.
Okay.
So when I was, I went to propose to my wife. I was a student in the university. So, things were not too good for me. I was going through all manner of struggles and all that. And she decided to pay me every month in the school.
Wow.
So that, later on one day after school, whether I work or whatever, we get married.
Oh.
So she discussed it with a certain guy. So this is the decision I've made. These guys,
Yeah.
you support them, and after school, they will tell you they are no more interested. Somebody advised this guy, he doesn't look like he will disappoint you.
Oh.
So my wife started giving me salary on campus.
Oh my God.
With the idea that maybe when I come out and I get a job, I'll pay her back. So since we got married, I haven't paid the money. And I don't think she herself will even need it. You see, if you have the things that makes life works, money may not even be the issue.
But then they say this.
It matters. It really matters. But at the time, she made a sacrifice.
Yeah.
There was this lady who said that a guy helped her to go to teacher training college. And then she called and said, "Ne don't need guy no more." In the course of the discussion, she mentioned that guy no cry G loan. And then all the boy was you see. Right now that this guy who is an angel can go for a loan to help you to go to school. You don't love him. Okay, so you sidestep this guy. Somebody will come and pick this angel and you'll be somewhere crying. One day you regret.
Yes.
The guy who went for a loan, not for the mother, not for the sister, for you to get education. You say your love is not in him. You are actually throwing away the gift of God. And one day you will regret. Somebody will come and soak his life into you. Don't know your value. He don't really value you for anything. In fact, when you look at the things that some friends, lady friends are going through, you sit back. If it's possible for us to divide ourselves into pieces, I'll divide myself and marry all of them.
Yes.
But it's painful. So you don't know the value of this woman. All of us were so proud of this lady in our church. You came for this lady and look at how you are treating her. But after all, at the end of the day, that's what you also chose. So I advised the lady that go for that guy. The lady was saying the mother is even against her decision. So you see, your mom is wiser than you. Because the guy cares. You saw a man who cares. You are going to throw the one who cares away and look for somebody somewhere. That's somebody you think you will go and love. You may not even tell how they are coming to behave towards you.
So it's not more of the finances. It's more of the finances. The person having the abilities of like future plans, goals, and these days too, they are telling us not to love with plans like going for the one with the money.
I have seen 2024 vehicle, very nice one, that has mangled. When you go to the police station, you see 2024.
But some of the men today are not ambitious.
You see, in fact, when they are not, then that's not what I'm even talking about.
Okay, the ones who are.
there are some young men. So when my wife saw me and thought that, no, this guy, I think this guy has a future. Because I was a carpenter. After GHS, there was no money. So I went to learn carpentry work.
Oh.
After I became a master in carpentry work, I decided to go back to secondary school. When I went to the secondary school, the headmaster asked me, what's the name of your child? So those days you go and look for admission for your children. The headmaster, what is the name of his child? Said, me and my best coach. So he said, what will be when you do the Omonji? They asked me to go and talk to the PTA chairman to rather bring me to the school that I say I want to go to school. But when I was going, I had forgotten everything in a book. So the PTA chairman asked me over 1 million times, are you sure you can go to school? So, yes, Papa, I'll go. So that day, the very first day I entered the campus, I used my khaki trousers. I got some false white shirts. I was going to school. So when I got there, they said, are you good in mathematics? I said, no. I've been in the house for the past 7 years. I've forgotten everything mathematics. They said, go to the last block. I didn't even know what they do there. When I went, the teacher who was teaching said, maybe we more about he thought I was a teacher. You see, so leaving carpentry work to go back to school, through to the university to hold masters and license in psychology. You see, it means ambition.
Yeah.
It means that somebody could see you and say, let me pay this person. Give him the support to learn, to study.
So, Daddy, can I ask, let's say if, as you said, if your man, you see the ambition and everything, and the woman has the money, do you suggest the woman pour her money into
Honestly, you may have to look at them very well. Some of them are pretenders.
Okay.
You have in cases somebody comes to you in a nursing college student's dress, comes to marry a lady, when in reality he has never entered any nursing college before. After having raised one child with the lady, after wedding, everything was paid by the lady.
Oh my God.
The lady was going to the school to look for the husband. They said, there's nobody here like that.
Ooh.
No name. You need Dimbia with school WhatsApp. How? As I speak, this guy has been meeting the daughter and the wife. They have been overtaking each other. He doesn't even care that this is the lady, the girl I've raised with this woman. So there are real pretenders around.
So you have to look well.
Look very well.
Okay.
And especially talk to somebody about, like my wife spoke to their friend.
Okay.
What do you think? Don't you think this guy, after having
don't just make that
him,
decision. Okay.
But that guy also saw something in me.
Yeah.
Said, I don't think this guy would do that.
Oh.
He gave him the best of advice. If I have not been able to stand the test of time, the friend might have also had some information about, oh, this guy must have, don't waste your time.
Okay. Okay. So, Daddy, let me ask. This one I can relate.
Yeah.
Most of the time, this is something I've realized most people don't talk about at all, but it's there until I faced it.
Yeah.
I realized that when couples are dating, they can date 50,000 years, nothing will happen. The moment they want to get married, all sorts of problems. What's that about?
So it is a marriage test. There's a test that spiritually everybody must pass. I knew a friend who was about 2 weeks to the wedding. They were digging a foundation, building foundation.
Yeah.
And this, what do you call it, a mattock that he was using to dig the hole. He has two sides, the flat side and then the pointed side. As he lifted the mattock up like this, he was going to dig. It took this part of the head, top of the head like this. So on the wedding day, there was a plaster up here. God. One other friend too, as he was preparing for the wedding, he entered into a manhole with a private car. There have been so many challenges that you'll be cutting across.
Yes, the moment you want to
see,
marry.
if you really love this woman, you go through it all, and then you have the woman.
Daddy, but what if you can't stand like?
That's why counselors, friends are always around. If in case you are facing a challenge, let's talk about it. Bring it and let's look at what is really the issue. But you see, society and the people who are getting married these days, they only have friends who want to come and have fun. They don't have the type that will take two of you into prayer. we will be praying with you from day one to the end. But these days, young people are not praying.
Yeah.
But everybody is looking for the best. It is true that the one who is coming to test you is not God, though. It is the devil. The Bible says he is a tester. All the time, he will come and conduct a test for you. In fact, if you can pass the test, you go ahead into life and enjoy. A lot of people are having struggles in their marriage because they didn't pass the test. They did not pass the test. A lady was just nearer to get married. She bleeded for like 6 months.
Oh my God.
It was not cutting. Do you menstruate like that? There's no menstruation like there was. The day she was getting introduced at church, she was coming from the hospital. Prayer was the thing that came to stop it.
They help it.
As they were nearing the wedding, they needed over 40-something thousand to conclude everything. The money was not there. It's not as if they had not made any savings. But people who were owing them, going to give them the promises and all that, were not coming through. What was the problem? We had to pray. We had to pray. After marriage, you still have to pray. Because you do not know what is going to befall you. Some people are actually gainfully employed, and right after marriage, they lose everything. Okay. It's not as if the lady is not a lucky woman or the man is not a lucky guy or something. It is all spiritual test. But if you can stand the test of time, you see that indeed you made the best of choice.
Okay. Cameraman is like, they say, all right. So my next question is, after people get married, several occasions, I'm sure you even know, they change. What do you think causes that?
So many factors go into it.
Okay.
You see, they say that we all put our best foot forward. Everybody wants to show the best foot forward.
Okay.
If I want to put my left or right leg on the left one, and there are scratches over here, I'll hide this one and put it here like this. Because there are problems here. I don't want people to see this. So psychology is saying that human beings want to hide 80% of who they are. Ooh. They will only be showing 20%. So it's not as if the man has changed. It is the other 80% in him. It was there already before you got married. It is now that those things are coming out. They were there. So 80% hidden, 20% is out. So the thing you base your love on was 20%. That is why after marriage, if you don't work out your relationship, it will not stand. Because when the 80% starts coming, 10%, and then you are not able to manage it, the next 10% you can't manage it, the next 20%, then I think you can't hold it. You cannot. The second thing that makes that challenge is that, the people we marry don't really change.
Okay.
It is their situations that change. Some people are addicted to the weather. But when you have money, it has attitudes that they can bring around. When you don't have money, because they dance towards the weather. Money weather, no money weather. So when there is money, they have a way they behave.
Different things come out.
When there is no money too, they have a way they behave.
Okay.
So it is not as if the man has changed or the woman has changed. It's the situation that normally changes. Okay. Human beings just don't change anyhow. All right. The other thing is that some of the people have unresolved conflicts or, unmet needs. Their needs in life has not been met. In fact, when you look at the way they relate with you, it seems you lied to me. You are not the way I anticipated you were. I had a need. I was looking for somebody to fill that need. I thought you would fill the need. But immediately after marriage, they can see the way you carry yourself. But you came always ironed, your dress properly ironed, neatly dressed, your hair and all that. Look at your color. And now after marriage, you don't carry all these things around. Again. So my need, the thing I was really looking for, okay. Some of these things are the reasons why people change. So we are saying that take your time and really study the people. Who worry be when you worry we are no akata.
So let me ask, how long do you think a couple should date before marriage?
Actually, how we have taken dating, I feel there's something wrong with the way we date.
Okay.
Most dates has been sexual datings. They just go to have sex. But it should have been the studying period. And I also advise, don't date one person.
Hey!
Because
that's all I needed to hear the whole time.
You never dated so many, you may not know which one is going to be good for you. But if you went for sex, then you are not the one I'm talking to. I'm looking for the person who had a date. 6th March is a date. 4th of April is a date. 7th of whatever is a date. So let's sit here and have some snacks. As we sit, we talk. I feel like I want to be an international speaker. See, this is my dream. I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do that. Are you also going the same direction? No. Do you think this is what you want? No. So it is after you have dated so many people that you can really point your fingers and say,
are not listening.
This is the right one. So the worldly people, for example, they normally get right people to marry.
Yes.
That lady who has dated 7 guys knows the 4th one is the best. Because he tried her hands on all of them, 7. And she can see which one can really make a happy home. But if you ask my mother who will be a good husband, she will be the one to really point fingers straight away to somebody.
Yeah.
After she has married for over 40 years and has seen all that men are. It is my mother who can come out and say, this is it. But you, how much experience you have for you to point finger at somebody and say, this is it? That's why you really need to date a lot of people. Forget about when there's okay, so we call out no being I am looking for what can be good for me. So when you saw me at this particular place with a certain guy, we're having snacks and all that, you have a problem, it's your own cup of tea. I'm really browsing, looking for the best for myself.
So, yes.
What will people think is a disease? Is imprisonment? What will people think? Let them think and let me live my life.
Yeah. All right. So, guys, as our Reverend said, when it comes to the dating side, both men and women, not just women,
everybody,
both men
date
and women,
a lot of people.
Dates. The dating is not sebi called having sex all over the place. No. I remember one of my episodes I said it and people were like, no. It seems Africans don't understand
we
dating.
Don't, yes.
Yeah, dating, you are getting to know somebody. Dating no. Getting to know somebody.
Yeah.
And you can't get to know one. Just get to know a couple. So that when that time comes for you to choose, you know the right
Which
one.
one cares?
You actually, yes. Okay, so Daddy, let me ask.
Yeah.
For a couple, let's just say anybody watching out there who wants to get married, but probably financially they are not 100% there. Which one would you advise them to just go in for and forget? The white wedding or the traditional?
Honestly,
or they should do both?
The white wedding or the traditional, they are the same. They are the same. A member was going to get married to a guy. And they were discussing the marriages, and the lady said, I would like us to go and register at the law court. And then the whole thing had to subside. The guy changed his mind. Because when you mention court issues, it is going to mean that who will be or what dream or person. Why do you need court registration? The court of Ghana, the laws of this land, will protect the very woman who got the traditional marriage first. So court to be the cambo home bandada and your court to go register and a court and brand but tradition war and son na court registration neighbor.
Okay.
Bema ware no one ware or court no or ware fear that the home marriage that the person made, that is what the law recognizes.
Oh.
If he is going to get married to somebody, he goes to court and marry that second wife, register the person in the law court. In the event that the man is not there, court will treat you the traditional person first. Just because he went there, it's no guarantee that everything will go to him because he went to court. No.
So even the traditional one is more stronger than the
valid
court.
one. Ghana Law cannot throw away our traditions and take anything for anything.
Okay.
If the law court would throw our traditions away and then take papers that people went and then what is it? They are actually for the traditional one. You see, even before those things are signed, the traditional people must also have their hands on it. The court paper that they will sign.
It's not just moko court and easy how.
Oh, my can hold papa can hold. Oh, fanoma dance for few hard dance for few baby sign be.
Okay.
You say no class na traditional for na ne do mo akwaye. If you don't worry yourself with say be a yebeko court akwaye, but no oye court there no a akwantu bi ba. Obremu achede bi anase mo chejapade bi ne ade. The law will help you to do these things.
Okay.
But say anya wo ho ade e wo court. Court paper now, so I mean, say why it's not true.
It's still our
it's valid.
Because I know a friend of mine, I'm sure he's watching. He doesn't wear his ring because he feels like the
court one is added information or added, you have registered your marriage at court. So it means that the man just cannot get up and divorce you. The man will not just get up and divorce you. And when we go to court, the divorce will not be 1 day or 3 months. The law court will stress the whole thing to see whether you really mean what you're talking about.
Okay, so then let me ask. Let's just say a couple, they are already married. Everything is, it's not going the way it's supposed to go, and one partner has a problem. It seems that most of the pastors, especially they don't want to be like yes. So what do you think about that? Why do some pastors, not all though, but some of them find it difficult to just break them for them to go because these two are toxic?
I feel that it is not the pastors who are not breaking them. Honestly, if you are married, you have authority of your marriage than pastor having it. I'm
saying pastor because I know a lady, she's going through a lot. And I saw her, in a wedding in Bibia, and she really wants out of the marriage, like so bad. But anytime she'll go and tell the pastor, okay, this is what I'm going through, the pastor will be like, oh, baby, it's not hot. Be okay. And she's like, no, I'm done. So as I'm talking to you, she's now looking for a legal counsel while the pastor doesn't know, because she says the pastor keeps saying, oh, be okay, your temptation. So that's what I'm saying.
You see, it's like, yes, you have a challenge and you bring it. If I say, hey, what are you waiting for? That it means that I gave you the opportunity to move right now. I shouldn't be that friend for you. Okay. I shouldn't be that friend for you. And the pastor should not just say, Nyamebeye. See, the issue should be, so what is the criteria? What is the rationale for your divorce? Have you considered all this? But if the person had come to me, for example, I will pull a divorce form and give it to you. Go and fill the form and bring it. Then we'll start counseling. So you want to divorce. So we'll start divorce counseling. See, I have seen over 90% of the people who came to me for divorce, for example, they went back and came and said they have changed their minds.
Oh, so the divorce, by the time they are done with the counsel, they feel like they don't want to divorce
again. They change their minds.
Okay.
Most of the people divorcing really do not consider the consequence of it.
It has a consequence?
It is the pain they see now that makes them think, when I leave this one, there's somebody out there in town who is better than this guy. But let me tell you, all the people you see, either they are divorced, or they have never married before, or they are single, do not really know what marriage is. Even when they are divorced, there are a greater number of people who will never separate. After divorce, your life will be hooked to this guy forever. Because all the time you look for your children's school fees from the same guy.
Okay.
You see that this guy is having a child with you, are looking for your children's school fees from him. What if you had been in the same house? You are divorced, no more married. Maybe you are even married now to someone. He's also married to someone. But you see that your life is tied together. until you die.
But Daddy, it seems like marriage is just full of these days. You don't even hear good things. Am I hearing no more young ones cry say we are scared? What is it about?
The challenge is that it's a research is showing that if we show film on TV, those war films, and somebody went to steal something somewhere, the method they use to go and steal somewhere, the following 1 week or 2 weeks, somebody will use the same method to go and steal. Why? The media system or landscape is propagating something. Honestly, I have seen the value of marriage. You will never regret getting married, but people going there don't really get the right mindset. They don't get the right mindset.
So you say marriage is nice.
Very, very, very good. A friend came and said 1, 2, 3, 4, so she's going to leave the marriage. Said, you are so young. Very soon you'll be needing human beings. You cannot manage living alone. See, God said it is not good for a man to be alone. It is God, though, the creator of the human body, human beings. He said it's not good. Don't doubt God. Don't actually turn his mouth down. I'm telling you strongly, this man knew what he meant when he said it's not good. I will always advise anybody to do everything you can to live with a man.
Okay.
Do everything you can to manage a home. See, there are a lot of information that people don't get. And when we go there, we fail. A lady came to live with me for, a brief period, and I was telling her that, you see, since you are here in this house, in your mind, see me as your husband. And think, if this man was supposed to be my husband, how will I treat him? Right now, I am a pastor. You are, a daughter who is living here with me. We are not couple having sex. But if in your head you want to do me like you are doing to your husband, it will pay you a lot of dividends. Many people don't really know how to get married because they didn't never try their hands on it. You see how you didn't treat your father very well. When you go into your own marital home, you need our or brankasa your normal life attitude. No one had a. So when you wake me up and say, I want to wash your things for you.
So there is no special character.
There's no special anything anywhere. When your mother says you are lazy, your husband will say the same thing one day. Your mother is a free consultant. Your friends, when they say, mark it, your husband will mark the same point for you. So all the time, let your friends give you the feedback. Why? Because 1, 2, 3, 4. When you get this comment from 4, 5 guys, your attitude is working. Your methods are really very good. But when your guy friends said you don't respect, mark it on the wall. It's not as if the guys hate you. They are telling you the reality.
Your husband one day say
they will say the same thing. See, the moment we meet, it's as if we are going to click. Everything is working well. So the passion is very much there. In the next few days, everything is not, because your thinking pattern. See, when you come and see us around the dining table, you feel as if that's all about marriage. It's a lot of work. Get the attitude. Form the patterns that makes relationships work. Form them. In fact, it's very difficult for me to have a problem if I am the one paying the bills.
Yeah.
I want to do it more so that the attitude will be here with me. Okay. My wife's mother told her that what did the woman see? I was not there. She told my wife. And then my father told my wife that what did they see? Form the patterns. When my wife travels and is coming back, by the time she gets to the house, the soup will eat for the week, the stews will eat for the week. I have prepared everything. I do not even want you to worry yourself to come and bother yourself with cooking. It is there in the fridge. When you put the what we call groundnut soup is there. If you want contemporary and NY and the rest, I'll put them there. Learn these things. Don't feel as if people have made you a fool. But society has started propagating matters, information that means no woman should be a fool. But I am telling you, if you are not a fool for anything, you will never succeed in marriage. It's not foolishness. My wife is coming. When she comes, you go to the market and cook. Meanwhile, I have gone to the market already. Don't forget about pasta assembly. When I'm there in the market, I'm buying my money and the rest. I don't care whoever is watching. That's what I want.
Yes.
That is what I want. My home will be a happy place. If you think I'm buying my money, pastors don't buy my money. It's up to you. After I have bought the money and all the things I can do with it, don't I have the time to also go and stand at church and preach?
Yeah.
I must be a model.
All right. So on that note, let me ask. Me personally, I've also seen situations where husbands put their children first instead of the women. They worship their kids more instead of the wives. Do you think that is ideal?
Honestly,
or is not?
it's wrong.
Okay.
Purely wrong. You see, the man and the woman must team up. So if you put your children before your wife, you see the teamwork is not coming. And the picture you are painting for the future of the children is that they will also go somewhere, have their home. They will not care their next partner. But when the children see mother and father are a team, they have set themselves up for successful marriage one day. So don't pretend that you are you are not taking care of it. These children, what are you taking care of them for? You must team with your wife. But if I come and I see that one of my children insulted the mother, I'll give it to the children first. They have no ground. I will have to give it to you straight away. And then later, somewhere in the secret, I'll talk to my wife.
Okay.
If I come and meet maybe an adult, whatever family person talking anyhow to my wife, I will insult you, the third person. Save my wife. You don't do this. Because I need a team with my wife before any other person comes
in.
Before any other person comes.
So there is the wife before the children.
Because the children are the one we are going to bring up. The children are not going to bring their mother up. So if you don't team up with your husband or your wife, for example, how do you train the children? You are painting pictures that these children are going to go out with. They may also go somewhere tomorrow and they will not actually do what you should have done. Because you didn't let them see they should have had a team before they go there and do it. Like the same pattern. People are saying that when the homes fail, society will also be failing. What did you teach your children? What did you teach them?
Okay.
Your wife is nothing. If you are not careful, you have a boy. That boy will behave just like you.
So the kids are watching how you are treating your wife.
They are watching. There was a man who was traveling and he asked a young boy that question, as I'm leaving, everything I was doing for your mother, try and do the same thing until I come. Immediately the man picked his bag and left. After school, this boy come and sit in the sofa, lay the two legs on the dining, the center table, sit down. When the food is ready, you go and eat. And then the guy will come, this boy will come and pick graphic. You cannot even tell what he's reading. Daddy said, all the things I do it for mama. When the man came, the wife complained. The way this boy has been doing in this house is a surprise. After school, you come and see two legs on the center table, daily graphic. And the father called and said, didn't I tell you to be helping your mother and do all the things I've been doing for you? I did everything. Are you not the one who have been sitting here every time you come for work? You lay your two legs on the center table, you pick the daily graphic. I did everything. You see, the boy was really reading the father very well. But what do you think this is what the father was talking about? There was something else. But the boy will not even hear those ones. The one they can hear is the attitude of the father, really, not the words he spoke. Okay. If you don't set the patterns right, you get it wrong.
You get it wrong.
So
okay.
Let's do the right thing for the children to emulate.
Okay. So on that note, let me ask this one. Hey Jesus, what are the three things? Let's just say a couple who is planning to get a divorce. What are the three things you advise them to probably help keep their marriage together?
You see, the best thing that we have been doing in counseling is talking. If you can talk, but people don't know how to talk. I feel that the issues on communication, for example, all the time say communication is one of the problems. But how do you communicate? Me wa samna me catch rewa. Ti a wote me nkan no communication no. See, if I have a ball and I throw it to you, you throw it to me. I throw it to you. You throw it. We are doing what? We are communicating. See, as I'm and then number 6, you know, communication in your crowd.
True.
Because Asamoah is standing here, and look at where you have thrown the ball. He will not get the ball and put it into the pool. So me was seminar me the man I was say OJ. Why you don't know how to communicate. This is where couples are getting the challenge.
The key is communication.
But how do we do it?
Okay.
Me the man you have to receive it. You see, let's say for example, I came and I said, and then you my boss, no, the Juma, no, the Juma, no, the Juma. And then you say, Juma, no, the Juma will be cool. Your boss, your husband is not saying he doesn't want the job. He's saying that he's tired. But the Juma, but he's saying he's tired. You don't say Juma, no. When you do this, you didn't receive the information that he was giving to you. Hey, and now your husband is now coming to sit up proper because he can see you understand. So communicate, talk about the things that you think is not going right. Talk well.
Okay.
When you are saying that you didn't like the way I was sipping the drink, you didn't like it. I don't have to argue with you because one, you say you didn't like it. The argument will not make you like it.
Yeah.
Nipa na di kan catch us ade a we here no. Many anye ho. Usa ade insult upon another insult. Are you really thinking about what you are doing proper? Nipa na say ade, oh, me are sorry. Na ma anwe ne sa na me nim ne sa. Then I know that they may can say anya me then oh ye hu adwuma. We will be crowd smarter. You don't talk more. Just say sorry to what I am saying I don't like. And he ends it. But Ubi, I don't know, then I want so here. Then I want so here and I don't know. I'm talking about pain that I didn't like. So you are referring to something I did last month. Why didn't you talk about that thing I did last month? But now that I am saying I don't like what you are doing now, you are referring last month. Can I say that you did what you have done right now because of last month's issue? You are paying me with the same coin for what you are doing today.
Okay.
Until say you ever see a yema or any year communication because the nipa can't so much receive it as a communication. Apart from the kind we are no sexual intercourse advances are also communication.
Okay.
And so you sure say who can prepare we go person also now the year na so so let now. A prepare enya prepare ye pre o mo asori akono munsuo. And wa kwadwen so abede o. The man is saying let's have it. In fact, if you are even sick, you must respond. Receive the advances and then later say that I am not feeling well.
Okay.
But it means you have shown respect. So we want people to show communication in all of this. We have verbal ones and the non-verbal ones. And then the next thing is try as much as possible to be there for each other. Sometimes couples fail to, show concern. Do you really care? Yes, I care no I was say banana wukuna nya ebese sanimudu no. Make everything you can to show caring. That's what we eat.
Okay.
When you are coming from outside, get something in your hands you are bringing to your wife. You are bringing to your children. They will feel that you care.
You care.
Every time they say daddy is at home, everybody is expecting daddy will open the bag. Something will come out. The next thing is forgiveness. A lot of people say they have forgiven. But I have found that the problem with forgiveness is reconciliation. Forgiveness is you deciding that you have let it go. Reconciliation is the two of you talking over the thing that didn't go well.
Yeah.
So if you forgive and you did not do reconciliation, it's also another issue.
It's also another issue. Okay. So I want to ask you this. Is it okay for married women, like, okay, let me put it this way. Married women or married men, when there is a conflict, should they put their ring down and be like, okay, you know, any good terms, or conflict, no conflict, they should wear the ring?
They should wear the ring. There was the same issue I faced with couples somewhere. So I asked them to bring their children the next time they are coming for counseling. So when they came, I asked the boy, when your dad and your mother are fighting, what kind of challenge do you go through?
Okay.
And the boy said, anytime daddy removes his ring, I feel that all is lost. Why? Because it is when you wear the ring that he knows the school fees can come.
Okay.
It is when you wear the ring that he knows the trophy, the biscuit, then the rest will be coming. But when you remove it, the boy is seeing something else.
So that means when the ring is not on, it affects the kids.
There's a lot that the children are reading. They are reading a lot. The man and the woman didn't know that their child was going through a lot of traumatic Now that daddy has removed the ring, how are you going to get our school fees? Because when the ring is not there, and it's not as if you are tired and you want to clean it and then put it on again, but over a quarrel. So they know it is possible that you will go and never come back. The boy was developing hatred for the father gradually. So you see, some of these things, why are you removing it? The ring, mine is not here. Because mostly when I go to church, I'm clapping. I feel my hands hit the ring, and it gives me some discomfort at times. Maybe I've even forgot to wear it. It's not maybe deliberate that my wife has done anything wrong. There is no sense in removing your ring. But some people must grow up. As I say, this ring you are wearing is for your own protection.
Yeah.
It's for your own protection. But if you want to be removing your rings every time there's an issue, you really have a problem.
Okay.
The problem is not this thing that is here. It's here.
Okay.
This engine must work well.
So that means anytime you remove the ring, there is insunsanso.
Boy and buy no ni papa and mama to yes woman ni papa and mama was anytime my father removes his ring. This is a man who has been doing that. Boy and so removing a ring and no then that's who you know.
Okay.
That's who you know because the ring in a shower and a school fees in or shows in a sabeka. Umbenya duanedi. Who you ring in there said divorce are now okay. So I don't feel that couples must have the attitude of removing. What do you want? Do you really want your wife, or you think that because there's a problem, there's nothing good about this woman? Hope I am for my wife for now. Now what an am for woman? But 3 days when I had it. There's nowhere cool. First, it's the cars now. Car nechi, but we know what nowhere cool. And the boys not talk about actually. Those things were pure advice. Nowhere cool, baby enjoy. Ufri udim now so actually have for no DNA for share no more. Who could do what 3 days ago said admit. The best we can all do is to manage the people the Lord gives to us. I was talking about the best marriage book. I was speaking to a wedding ceremony, and I said the marriage book that I see you can read and give you all the wisdom in the world is your own wife. Read the woman the Lord gave to you. What do you think your wife will be needing? What is your caring strategy?
Yeah.
What does she need? What's your caring strategy? What does she need? What is your caring strategy? Look for the needs of a man or a woman and develop a caring strategy to help the person. But if you never look for what they need, you didn't develop a caring strategy for them. In fact, you can never get it right.
Okay.
You never get it right.
All right. Okay, so let me ask you one last question. On that note, I want you to this part is very important to me because it seems marriage has lost its value and it's scaring young people a lot. These days, anybody person in business. Like, oh, I just want to have 1K then. What would you tell advice that you give to the youth about marriage and let's say you are trying to convince them that this is good?
It's good. Honestly, I can say that it's possible for anybody to go there and succeed. It is very, very much possible to
so marriage can be the key to your success
all the time.
Okay.
The Lord said it is not good to be alone. It is not. There are moments that you may not even see whether you are valuable or not.
Oh, I like that.
You may not even tell whether you count. Why is it that the whole year nobody is coming around to you and say you are good, you are this, you are that? All the proposals you receive, they are not because people want to womanize you. It's respect. But if a lady does not know, she will bluff over, oh, thank you for showing respect to me. Why? Okay, so they don't care. You can just move about. Nobody cares about you. I'm saying that marriage is successful. It's possible. People can make it. The challenge we have is that people have not formed the patterns for it. So you see, Jane, if you know how to do palm soup, for example, if you know how to do it, if even you go to UK, you can do it. Because you form the pattern for it.
Yeah.
If you know how to weave human hair, if you close your eyes, you can do it.
Yeah.
Why? You have formed a pattern for it. When you are being trained to drive, ube change GAB and up so they are second, or they are third. And so many are okay on your baby. They need that one also third. The current ones are fourth, fifth. One say, you do baby, no, I fix it. Pattern na they change GS, and sending in a kind of hope. Ever kind of word drive on your baby. So 1 year who my patterns, and then my do one be and guitar. Overcoding upon echo. That's why it will not be successful for you, because every man who came into your life, you had a problem with them. Every woman that came into your life, you had a problem with her. It is not possible that they lied to you. It is you who have been lying to them. So you see, you didn't get the correct pattern.
Yeah.
The right patterns that have lasting values, you don't have them. Formal. Now when they are formal, use who mommy, use who papa, use who nuanom. Because it's not possible for your brother to come and have sex with you. You are safer with them. Use womo, never sure how to live with someone. Oh brother, no ba ne panty show bag, what a breno. Oh sister, oh ba party my use ye to be show bag umbrella sister. You have learned how to serve a woman one day with the attitude of buying things for other people. They be a won na odwen. Akawo. When we were there in the university, a guy came to me to spend some 2 months or so. So when we had one last cup of rice, he would come and cook and eat all. So when I came, I told you don't do this. So when you see it is 1 cup and we have 4 in a room, make everything you can to leave a bit of everything for everybody. Then you have a pattern for a successful home. Uba in 1 cup na can one no day. Eddie. Patterns no na was here form. I think a problem be any home. Problem is when you form the patterns, you will enjoy your sexual life.
Okay.
But if the patterns are not there.
All right. Woo. What's a pattern? So guys, as you all know today, I'm sure if you've been able to watch from beginning to the end of today's episode, you've learned a lot. My heart is heavy because I've learned so much. These are the things you won't see on TV, you won't hear on radio. No, so in this case, I think we have to bring Reverend back for part 2 because there are lots. Okay, all right. So on that note, we'll end our episode here today. Thank you so much for coming. Yes, Reverend Bentil. I always mix it Bentil. Eric.
Okay.
Anyway. All right. Guys, I know you learned a lot today. I'm just going to use all my knowledge I soaked in today and just go and rest. Because, hey, in some day, you have CB. TV. So, yes, please. Just this one, I mean, I'll talk plenty. Just use it in your these things. Most of the time, they even write it in the book. There's this thing I heard. They said, if you want knowledge, is put it in a book. They have a way they say it.
So if you want to hide something from an African,
put it in a book. Yes, these are things they'll put it in a book for you to go and look for it. But today, we've brought it to you for free. So all the married couples out there, please pick your own. Those who are single, please pick your own. Those who are thinking of leaving the marriage, fix it. Please pick your own. Okay. I love you guys so much. My name is Genevieve. Please make sure you subscribe, you like, and you share. Leave your comments. Let's know what you think about today's episode because we are definitely bringing our Reverend back. Okay. All right, guys. Love you all. My name is Genevieve once again. Bye bye.